Hey you guys, today we're going to do some math and art. So you should have a piece of paper and I'd like you to get a straight edge. If you have a compass you could use it, but I don't know if all of you have compasses. So what I'm going to do is just use a ruler and I'm going to measure using centimeters. I'm going to put a dot every centimeter. I have kind of a funny ruler today. Oops, this dot I messed up. It wasn't quite on the centimeter mark. As you can see, my ruler is not a normal ruler. Okay, so I have my first dot that I made, and then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 centimeters up. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to now go the other direction and use the same amount of centimeter distance for 5 dots. So I'm gonna go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this was my center one. I'll make that one a little larger. And then I'm gonna do the same thing going across. So still using the same measurement apart. Now if you don't have a ruler at home, what you could do, hold on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I did one too many, is you could maybe use your index finger to mark like the same space, or maybe you could use something like a paper clip to just mark a centimeter so that it's the same distance between. And I'm going to do this on the right side as well. I'm just marking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Now, what I want to do is try to make a circle. So we are going to take the first 4 dots and try as best as you can to make a circle. Hopefully you're using a pencil so you can erase. If you have a compass, you can use that where you mark, you put the point at the bottom, and then you use this top thing to hold it and spin and move your pencil around. But I'm just going to try to do it without the compass and make the circles as best as I can. So now we're connecting the next circumference of the second circle. And as you can see, it doesn't look like a great circle. So I'm going to just try my best. There we go. And I'm going to erase where maybe it didn't look so great. So there we go. And again, you're going to just connect the dots on the next layer, but you're curving the sides so that it becomes a circle. We're not wanting to create a diamond or anything like that. You can see that this doesn't look quite circle-like, so I might spend a moment trying to get it more accurate. Okay. All right, and you could really make your circle to have as many dots and do as many layers as you want. I just chose 5 for the demonstration of this video. And if I look at this, it doesn't look great. This looks like it's not curved enough, so I'm just going to spend a few minutes making it look as closely as possible to a circle by curving it more. Okay, now I think I'm going to fix this side as well. All right, so here I have my center, right? And then this is 1 centimeter, 2 centimeters, 3, 4, 5 centimeters. So if I was to trace this right here, this is my radius. When you go from a point to the end, that's your radius, but we are going to continue it all the way through. And so when you connect from the radius and then continuing through the other end of the circle, that is called the diameter. So we just made a diameter, which is straight in the middle of the circle, and then we are going to make another diameter cut following along the lines, or the dots making a line. Okay, now what I would like to do is you could turn your paper, or you could just I guess turn your ruler or your straight edge, but we are going to try to cut, so we have our circles cut in 4, but now we're cutting them into 8 pieces. So we are going to basically cut another 2 diameters through. And when I say cut, I just mean that we are drawing a line in the dots. I draw the dots first to help me guide my ruler, and I just did 2 more diameters, and you can see I missed the center of the circle. It's not perfect, but try to make it as close to perfect as you can. Maybe you guys are going to be better at making your curves than I am for the circles. Okay, and then we are going to excuse me, just talk for a moment about lines. When we have a line that goes from left to right, that is called the horizontal line. So we have a horizontal line, we have a vertical line, right? We have perpendicular angles. Sorry, I'm realizing you can't see all of it. Perpendicular lines. Perpendicular is when you make a T, it's like straight. When you have a vertical and then a horizontal meet, those become perpendicular lines. They meet at right angles. A right angle is like 90 degrees. It makes a square, so you can see that that's like a square, and that's like a square, and that's like a square, and that's like a square. But you don't have to draw those squares. I just wanted to point them out to you. All right, so we want to make an optical illusion, meaning when we look at it, it's almost like playing a trick with our eyes. It might cause people to look at it longer. They want to maybe inspect it a little more. And the more circles that you do, the more layers and rings you have, the more interesting it's going to look. So we're going to stagger the sections that we color. And what you're going to do is you're going to take the center, and you are going to take a marker. It could be black, or I'm using purple. And I'm going to color every other one. Okay. And then what I'm going to do next is color on the next layer, every other one, but I skipped, I didn't color right above the purple, I skipped, and then I'm coloring the next ring above where it was white, not purple. Okay. And when you color, you want to make sure you do it as neatly as possible. encourage you to use your marker to trace the entire circumference of the circle. And it should look like an optical illusion, that maybe some of the parts look like they're popping out. I want to show you guys one where there's a lot more rims and it looks more interesting. So this is what it potentially could look like. I wanted to show you just how it really pops when if you are able to use one of these, that you can make perfect circles, and the more precise you are, the more neat that the optical illusion looks. So please send me a picture on Class Dojo of what yours looks like, and please have it have at least 5 centimeters of circles. And again, if you don't have a ruler, you can just use a pinky nail, or you can use like a pencil to create your distance. But I look forward to seeing with them.